In this lesson, we're going to talk about the difference between steric strain and torsional strain. But let's start with torsional strain. What is torsional strain? If you think about the word torsion, if you look up the definition, it is the action of twisting or the state of being twisted. In other words, torsion has to do with the twisting of an object due to an applied torque or rotational force. So you can think of torsional strain as the resistance to twisting a bond. So here we have two hydrogen atoms that are in what you would call a staggered conformation. If you draw the Newman projection, it will look like this. So if we were to draw ethane, let's color code these hydrogen atoms. So let's make this a red hydrogen atom, and we'll make this a blue one. So those two hydrogen atoms, they're not eclipsed at this point. Now what we can do is we can rotate the backside so that we can get an eclipse conformation. The Newman projection will look something like this. So the blue hydrogen is behind the red hydrogen if you see it from this side. So that's the eclipse conformation. The torsional strain exists due to the electron repulsion that's in the CH bonds. The electrons there, they're going to repel each other. And so you're going to have that torsional strain. The eclipse conformation is less stable, which means it's at a higher potential energy. And the staggered conformation, it's more stable, which means it's at a lower potential energy. So when you try to rotate the bond, in this case, this particular carbon-carbon bond, to go from the staggered to the eclipse conformation, ethane doesn't want to be in eclipse conformation. This is a relatively unstable conformation, so as you try to rotate it, you're going to experience resistance to rotation. And that resistance is the torsional strain that arises from the repulsion of the electrons in the CH bonds in ethane in this example. So think of torsional strain as an eclipsing strain. Anytime you have atoms that are eclipsed from each other, you're going to have that torsional strain. Now the torsional strain, it's found in the bonds of atoms that are 3 bonds apart. So here's 1 bond, 2 bond, 3 bonds. So it's going to be found in these bonds. Steric strain can be found between atoms that are more than 3 bonds apart. So here's an example of when you'll get steric strain, particularly when you have 2 bulky groups next to each other. In this case, we have 2 bulky methyl groups. Notice that the electron clouds of the hydrogen atoms, they're very close to each other. And as we know, when you place 2 electrons next to each other, like charges, they repel. And so they're going to feel an electrostatic force. Let me say that again. An electrostatic force of repulsion. So that's when you'll have steric strain. Typically, whenever you have bulky groups next to each other, there's going to be steric strain. And if you count the bonds between those two atoms, they're more than 3 bonds apart. So that's the difference between torsional strain and steric strain. Steric strain arises from when atoms get close to each other and their electron clouds repel each other. Torsional strain has to do with the electrons in the bonds that repel each other whenever you have an eclipse conformation. Steric strain, it can be present in a staggered conformation or an eclipse conformation. Torsional strain is only found in eclipse conformation. So if you have a staggered conformation, there's not going to be any torsional strain. And that's how you can easily identify when there's torsional strain. Look for the eclipse conformation. So let's go over some examples. So here we have a Newman projection, and this is going to be of 2-methylbutane. And let's compare it with this one. So which one is the eclipse conformation and which one is the staggered conformation? On the left, we have the eclipse conformation. On the right, we have the staggered conformation. Now, looking at the interactions in these conformations, would you say there's torsional strain, steric strain, or both? So here we have 2 hydrogen atoms that are eclipsed to each other. We're going to have torsional strain there. Anytime you have an eclipsing interaction, there's going to be torsional strain. Here we have a hydrogen and a methyl eclipsing each other. You're going to have torsional strain. Here we have 2 bulky groups, 2 methyl groups that are eclipsing each other. So that's going to have torsional strain as well. In a staggered conformation, there is no torsional strain. The hydrogens, they're too far apart. Even these 2 methyl groups, there's no torsional strain between them. However, there is a special interaction which is known as the gauge interaction. And whenever you have 2 bulky groups that are 60 degrees apart, you're going to have steric strain. So steric strain does exist in a staggered conformation if the 2 bulky groups are within 60 degrees apart. Now here, the bulky groups are next to each other in this eclipse conformation. So in addition to torsional strain, you also have steric strain here. So to keep things simple, if you're taking an organic chemistry exam, remember, anytime you have an eclipse conformation, you're going to have torsional strain. And anytime you have 2 bulky groups next to each other, you're going to have steric strain. Now the energy values, the relative potential energy for 2 hydrogen atoms eclipsing each other is 4 kilojoules per mole. For hydrogen and methyl, it's 6. For 2 methyl groups, it's 11. Now for the steric interaction between 2 methyl groups, the energy for that is 3.8. Now here's a question for you. Why is it that the hydrogen-hydrogen eclipse interaction, why does it have more energy than the 2 CH3s in the gauge interaction? Especially given the fact that these atoms are smaller than the methyl group, they're less bulkier. Why does it have a higher potential energy? The reason, even though these atoms are smaller, they're much closer. These atoms are bigger, but the bonds and the atoms, they're farther apart. And so that's why the two methyl groups in a staggered interaction have less potential energy than the two hydrogen atoms that are in the eclipse interaction, is because one in the eclipse interaction it's much closer compared to the staggered interaction, even though we're dealing with two bulky groups. So that's it for this video. So now you know the difference between steric strain and torsional strain. So remember, torsional strain, it's an eclipsing type of strain, and it's only found in eclipsing interactions. Steric strain, you can have that both in the eclipse conformation and in the staggered conformation.